Laziness is a curious paradox. We long to achieve greatness, yet find ourselves paralyzed by inaction. It is not just a reluctance to move but a silent thief that steals our potential, leaving us adrift in a sea of regret. Laziness whispers, "There is time," but robs us of the urgency to act. How does one break free from this insidious grip? In Zen philosophy, laziness is not seen as a mere lack of effort but as a disharmony of the mind, body, and spirit. To overcome it, one must understand its root causes and apply the wisdom of balance, awareness, and intentional action. An ancient Zen teaching says, "The obstacle is the path." It suggests that the challenges we resist are precisely where we find growth and freedom. Laziness, then, is not an enemy but a teacher. By facing it, we unlock the power to transform not only our habits but our entire lives. Now, let me share with you a profound story, a journey of self-discovery and liberation from the chains of lethargy, guided by the timeless principles of Zen, the weight of stagnation. A seeker of truth sat in meditation, yet their mind was restless. They had ambitious dreams but lacked the will to pursue them. Days turned to weeks, and weeks into months, with little progress. They felt trapped, their energy sapped by endless distractions and excuses. One day, the seeker confided in a wise teacher, "I feel burdened by my own inaction. I want to change. But I cannot find the strength. Why am I so unwilling to move forward?" The teacher replied, "Laziness is not a lack of strength, it is the misdirection of it. You are caught in a web spun by your own thoughts. To free yourself, you must first see the web clearly." The seeker was puzzled. "How do I see what holds me back?" they asked. The teacher smiled. "Begin with this. Observe your habits as if they belong to another. Do not judge them, simply watch. Awareness is the first step to change." Zen teaches that awareness is the foundation of transformation. Without awareness, we remain blind to the forces shaping our actions. By observing our patterns without judgment, we uncover the hidden triggers of laziness, fear of failure, the comfort of familiarity, or the illusion of endless time, the illusion of comfort. The seeker took the teacher's advice and began to observe their days. They noticed how easily they chose comfort over effort. The warmth of the morning sun often lulled them into lingering in bed. Tasks were delayed with the promise of later, which rarely arrived. When they shared these observations, the teacher said, "You are trapped in the illusion of comfort. Laziness promises ease but delivers dissatisfaction. True comfort comes not from avoiding effort but from aligning effort with purpose." The teacher continued, "To overcome this, practice the art of small beginnings. Take one step, no matter how small, and you will find momentum." Zen philosophy emphasizes the importance of starting small. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. By breaking tasks into manageable parts, we dismantle the overwhelming nature of procrastination. Each small victory builds confidence, creating a ripple effect of progress, the weight of overthinking. As the seeker practiced small beginnings, they encountered another obstacle, overthinking. They would start a task but quickly become entangled in doubts and distractions. The teacher noticed their struggle and offered a simple exercise. Imagine a tree weighed down by snow. Does the tree resist the snow, or does it let it fall? The seeker pondered this and replied, "The tree lets it fall." "Exactly," the teacher said. "Do not let the weight of overthinking paralyze you. Focus on the task, not the thoughts surrounding it. Action dissolves doubt. Zen teaches that overthinking is a thief of energy. By staying present, we bypass the endless loop of doubts and fears. Engaging fully in the moment silences the mind's chatter, allowing us to channel our energy into purposeful action, the fire within. One day, the seeker asked, "Even when I overcome laziness, I find my energy fading. How do I sustain my efforts?" The teacher led them to a nearby stream and said, "Observe how the water flows. It is persistent, yet gentle. It does not force its way but carves paths through patience and consistency." Like the stream, the teacher continued, you must cultivate inner fire, a sense of purpose that fuels your actions. When your purpose is clear, your efforts will no longer feel like a burden. The seeker reflected on this and realized they had been pursuing goals that did not truly resonate with their heart. They began to realign their actions with their deeper values, finding renewed energy and joy in their efforts. Zen emphasizes the importance of aligning actions with one's true purpose. When we act in harmony with our values, effort becomes effortless. The fire within, or intrinsic motivation, sustains us far beyond the initial spark of inspiration, the art of discipline. As the seeker progressed, they discovered another truth: overcoming laziness requires discipline. However, discipline was not what they had imagined. The teacher explained, discipline is not about forcing yourself. It is about creating a rhythm that supports your growth. Like the sun rises and sets, let your actions follow a natural flow. Build rituals that anchor your day. The seeker began to establish simple rituals: morning meditation, intentional pauses, and dedicated time for meaningful work. These rituals became the pillars of their transformation. In Zen, discipline is seen as a means to liberation, not restriction. By cultivating habits that nurture our well-being, we free ourselves from the chaos of indecision and the grip of laziness. Discipline, when practiced mindfully, becomes a source of strength and stability, the cycle of growth. After months of practice, the seeker returned to the teacher with a radiant smile. "I feel lighter and more alive. Laziness no longer holds me back. But will it ever return?" The teacher laughed gently. "Laziness is like the seasons, it may come and go. But now you have the tools to face it. Remember, every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. When you embrace this truth, you will no longer fear the ebb and flow of effort." The seeker bowed deeply, filled with gratitude. They realized that overcoming laziness was not about perfection but about persistence. It was a journey, not a destination. Zen philosophy reminds us that life is a continuous cycle of challenges and growth. Overcoming laziness is not about eradicating it forever but about developing the resilience to face it when it arises. With awareness, purpose, and discipline, we can transform even our struggles into stepping stones toward fulfillment. The eternal practice of balance. As the seeker reflected on their journey, they began to notice something profound. Life itself was a delicate dance of effort and rest, action and stillness. Laziness had often whispered lies of permanence, that effort was exhausting and that stillness was weakness. But through their practice, the seeker realized that rest was not the same as stagnation and that action was not always forceful. The teacher once said, "Balance is the rhythm of life. Without it, the flame of effort burns out, and the waters of rest become stagnant. Understand balance, and you will master yourself. The seeker began to integrate this wisdom. They worked with focus and dedication but allowed themselves moments of pause, times to reflect, rejuvenate, and simply be. In these pauses, they discovered the secret joy of rest, a space for clarity, creativity, and renewed vigor. Zen teaches that balance is the key to sustained growth. Too much effort leads to burnout, while too much rest leads to inertia. By harmonizing these opposing forces, we achieve a state of flow where effort becomes sustainable and rest becomes meaningful. The ripple effect of change. The changes in the seeker's life were subtle at first but soon became transformative. They found themselves more productive, not because they forced themselves to work harder, but because their efforts were intentional and aligned with their values. Tasks that once seemed daunting now felt manageable. Even enjoyable, the people around them began to notice as well. The seeker's newfound vitality inspired others to reflect on their own habits. A friend once asked, "What is your secret? How did you become so disciplined and full of life?" The seeker replied, "The secret is no secret at all. I simply learned to see laziness as a lesson rather than an enemy. I began to observe it, understand it, and let it guide me toward balance and purpose. The rest followed naturally." In Zen philosophy, individual transformation does not occur in isolation. When we cultivate inner harmony, it ripples outward, influencing our relationships and communities. Overcoming laziness is not just a personal victory but a contribution to the collective well-being. Facing new challenges. Though the seeker had come far, life continued to present new challenges. There were days when the pull of laziness returned, stronger than ever. But now, the seeker no longer feared it. Each time it appeared, they would pause and reflect, "What is this teaching me?" Sometimes, it revealed a need for rest. Other times, it pointed to underlying fears or a misalignment with purpose. By approaching laziness with curiosity rather than resistance, the seeker turned every challenge into an opportunity for deeper understanding. The teacher once said, "Do not seek to defeat your struggles. Seek to transform them." This is the essence of Zen. Zen encourages us to approach challenges with an open heart and mind. When we stop fighting against our struggles and instead seek to learn from them, they become sources of wisdom and growth. Laziness, like all obstacles, carries hidden gifts for those willing to look deeply. Mastery of the mind. One day, the teacher offered a final lesson. They said, "You have learned to overcome laziness, but now I ask you this: who is the master, your mind, or you?" The seeker paused, uncertain how to answer. The teacher continued, "Laziness is not just a habit of the body but of the mind. It arises when the mind is untamed, wandering aimlessly between desires and fears. To truly overcome laziness, you must master your mind. And to master your mind, you must understand its nature." The seeker spent days meditating on this teaching. Slowly, they began to see the truth. Their mind was like a restless monkey, jumping from branch to branch. Through mindfulness and discipline, they learned to calm the monkey and direct its energy toward meaningful pursuits. In Zen, the mind is both a tool and a master. When left unchecked, it can lead us astray, amplifying laziness and doubt. But through mindfulness, cultivating awareness of thoughts without attachment, we regain control. Mastery of the mind is not about suppression but about guiding it with intention and clarity. The life transformed. The seeker's journey was far from over, but they now walked the path with confidence and grace. Laziness, once a heavy chain, had become a gentle reminder to realign with balance, purpose, and presence. When they returned to the teacher for the last time, they said, "Thank you for guiding me. I now see that the path was within me all along." The teacher nodded and replied, "The greatest teaching is not in the words but in the steps you take. Go forth and continue your journey, knowing that every step, no matter how small, is part of the greater whole." The seeker bowed deeply, their heart filled with gratitude. They left, carrying with them the profound understanding that overcoming laziness was not just about effort but about awakening to the beauty and potential of every moment. The mind-blowing Zen secret to overcoming laziness lies not in battling it but in embracing it as a guide. Laziness reveals where we are disconnected, from our purpose, from balance, and from the present moment. By cultivating awareness, starting small, staying present, aligning with purpose, and mastering the mind, we transform laziness from a hindrance into a stepping stone. As a Zen teaching reminds us, when the mind is still, the whole universe surrenders. Overcoming laziness is not about doing more but about being fully present in each moment, knowing that the power to act resides within you, here and now. Take this wisdom and walk your path, step by step, with courage and clarity. Thanks for watching. Hope enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Just click the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you'd like to see next. See you in the next video.